Yo, what up gamers, for Prodark here, and today we're going to be playing Lucian. I'm going to show you how you should be playing Lucian in Season 13. So for the runes, we're going to be running Press the Attack, Presence of Mind, Legend Bloodline, Coup de Grace, Magical Footwear, and Biscuit Delivery. And just as viable is the First Strike rune page, which just does like the same trees but in reverse. And you would do Presence of Mind and Bloodline for your secondary tree. That's just going to be a bit more of a scaling setup, while PTA is going to give you a better early game, so it's up to you which you prefer. But there I'm just going to go with the PTA page here, because I do like having a strong early game. And so we're going to be facing against Lux, Senna with a Thresh. It should be a pretty decent matchup. Even though Lucian definitely much prefers enchanters like Nami over an engaged support like Thresh, since they can't really enable his damage as well, but should still be a favored matchup for us, since Lucian is a good early game champion, so is Thresh, and Senna is definitely more of a scaling one. But I do need Thresh to stop making me trade 1v2. So we're going W start here, since we don't have like a Nami to give us our passive stacks level 1, so instead we're going to rely on Thresh to give us passive stacks just by attacking the enemies when we hit them with W. We already have level 2, so I don't know why he's not engaging. Oh, he didn't have level 2 somehow. Still, I did. Ooh, close one. I think Senna just flashed. Wasn't really properly looking. I can't really save him there. Should be fine here. Just need to walk away. Perfect. Okay, not really the start we would have liked. Thresh was just constantly playing back instead of going aggressive when I needed him to go aggressive, and then he randomly went aggressive when we couldn't go in. So, bit awkward. But we can definitely come back from this. And this is the reason why I don't actually like doing bot lanes that are like really focused on early game and solo queue. Unless you're actually promoted to support, then you can guarantee that you guys are actually going to be on point with the synergy. Because this is an absolute disaster when this happens in solo queue. When you have a early game setup against a late game setup, and you just lose against the late game setup because your duo sucks. Then you don't even have any scaling to guarantee that you can at least come back in the late game, because they're just going to be stronger than you in the late game. It's really hard to have any agency to influence the game at that point. That's why I always prefer to just have at least some scaling. Would have been a lot better if I had a Nami or a... Well, I mean Nami, or sorry, not Nami. Nami isn't even that scaling focused. I was thinking more of Yuumi. Yuumi is really good late game. So if I had a Yuumi late game on me as Lucian, that's going to be a lot better for me as Lucian than if I had a Thresh late game, which is going to suck. But this is where we are. And we're just going to play safe for now. We still have a lot of burst though. Should be easy to get a kill on either of them if they overstep. Let's just go for it. Keeper gonna keep working my cookie. She doesn't yet have the range to get me. I have to flash that though. Probably should have cleansed that snare a lot sooner if I was going to do that. Oh well. I don't know how they didn't lose any HP though.
Frontier's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying when the Senna support is standing or positioning more aggressively than the Thresh support is. Oof. Might even die to just one more Luxie. I gotta be really careful here. Yeah, it's just rough. I got a base here. We're gonna be super massively behind, and we have no chance of outscaling them. So we gotta like hope that eventually Thresh actually does land a good engage, otherwise, yeah, we're basically just hoping to get carried. Which is not how you want to play Lucian. You want to get ahead in the early game. Unless you're playing, you know, a scaling lane like Lucian Yumi against a bot lane that is pretty good in the early game, then your win condition actually would be to outscale. It's all relative. But the Senna in particular here is pretty bad scaling. I don't know about the Lux. I guess it's like all around, I guess. But the Senna definitely should not be getting away with just out-aggressing a Thresh. Don't even know what I built this third longsword for, actually. I guess it'll build into whatever I built second, though. I'm assuming they're not just bluffing and they actually did base here. So we should be able to crash this wave under turret. And maybe get a plating, if we're lucky. The enemies already have 2 platings, so yeah, definitely getting stomped even if... At least I'm not too behind in farm. But I'm definitely going to be behind in XP. Lux is going to kill when I don't. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to that. My bad. Fucking hell. My bad. I was marveling at how beautiful that Q was. You do want to try and harass with those long range Qs as much as possible. I can't sadly walk into that because of the Lux E. No, that was going to be my kill. God, that's so sad. He didn't even ignite, because that could have been such a faster kill if he'd ignited. Oh well. What a time for Thresh to decide to attack back when they're focusing me. Just gonna ping that ward for some 5 gold. Perfect. See, I mean, you can see we do a lot more damage than them. He needs to stop hitting this wave. Thank you. We do a lot more damage than them in lane, and we have better engage. So how are we losing? I mean, I don't know. It's just... shouldn't be happening. Nice one. But like I said, I mean, it is salvageable still. You just witnessed us basically win a fight, except... I mean, the kill really should have gone to me. It just went to Thresh due to, you know, very unfortunate circumstances. But, like, it should have been a kill to me and a kill to their support. I mean, the support is still Senna. Not the worst person to hand over a kill to, but still would have been pretty decent, especially from behind.
I ain't a good man, but I'm close enough.
So now we're just gonna aim for those long-ranged Qs. Wow, her range. That felt really high for some reason. Yeah, if you're too afraid to, you know, actually dash into their face and trade that way, because, you know, in this circumstance I happen to be 1v2, and that's what you want to do is you want to keep trying to snipe them with the Q poke through minions. If so long as you can keep hitting it, which is going to take a lot of practice to actually get accurate with that, but as long as you can do that, yeah, sadly I'm gonna get hit by that. There's nothing to do about that. Then you're gonna do a lot of poke from really far away. I'm gonna try and ult here. Perfect. I will try to keep going aggressive for now. Okay, her E missed. Hopefully I'm not stepping on it. I don't even know whether I was or wasn't, but I felt it was worth the risk to try to hit her there. Okay, finally we have turned this lane around. And we're now winning, as we always should have been. God bless. Yeah, we might get roamed on by Fizz here. Hopefully not. I want to try and shove this wave in. But yeah, as long as you can keep consistently landing those long-range Qs, it adds up to a lot of poke. It, like, with the first one, they may shrug it off. What the hell? But if they keep getting hit by like 2 more, 3 more, that's gonna really add up, really hurt them. And that's going to take a lot of practice to actually be able to consistently land that, but it does add some skill expression to Lucian, and it's going to make your laning phase just so much better and so much more versatile if you can do that. I'll go for Crit Cloak for now. So we're probably going to be going for Gil Force. I haven't taken a look at their team yet, but yeah, it's mostly squishy. And stuff that I want to avoid, like the Lucian Insect, the Fizzled, Fizz's Burst in general, Lux Burst. So although they have one tank, it's not going to be a Kraken Slayer game this time around. Probably gonna have to give up the turret here, it is what it is. There we go, landing the Q on both of them, that's especially nasty. Okay, she's dead. Is Senna dead here? Just a clean 1v2. Thresh doesn't even get an assist because he didn't place his lantern in time. Awesome. And we didn't even lose the turret. Still may lose it eventually though. So you can see, like, Lucian does not need like a Nami or a Yuumi to enable his strong early game. He's going to be strong early game either way. He's just going to be stronger when he has a support who actually, you know, gives him his passive damage. We'll do this. Like, the laning phase overall is probably stronger actually with a pick like Thresh than it would be with like a Yuumi. Probably not with a Nami. Nami is just nasty with Lucian. But Lucian himself is just stronger when he has a support that does that, right? But even if he doesn't, like, he's still a pretty good early game pick. Should, you know, just easily 1v2'd against this weak early game bot lane, as I said. But obviously, 1v2ing in every single situation is not realistic, especially before you got ult, which, you know, was what enabled that since I just massively chunked Lux with it. And this definitely makes you really reliant on actually stomping the bot lane in order to not get outscaled. Damn it, I don't have plans yet. Sadly, gonna be dead here, I imagine. Yeah, my bad. Was the risk to contest that. And it didn't pay off this time around. I wouldn't say that it was the wrong move though, because I mean, if I had managed to dodge, I guess the Lux Q was the first thing to hit me, then that could have been a really good fight. You know, as you saw, I went 1v2 before. Again, that was a risk, and that was one that paid off. If I wasn't taking risks, I wouldn't be winning this lane. Okay, let's see what Yone can do. Can he pull this around? Nope, not quite. Not even close. This might be a really good... Oh, bait from Thresh. Never mind. Where did the Lucian even go? Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna hope that Fizz uses E here to wave clear. There we go. Perfect. Just needed to wait until he was also in a position where he couldn't Q backwards onto my minions. Escape me. Oh my lord. Okay, the flash may have been overkill, it just depended on whether he was going to use Q or not. If he did, then there was a chance his combo could just one-shot me. I'm not sure exactly how much damage he deals right now, so I'd rather not take that risk. Okay, Senna's currently mid. We dodged it. Oh, okay. I'm actually sad she didn't pop her E sooner. I mean, it was all the same either way, but I was going to just immediately cleanse the moment she popped her E to get rid of her slow, to make sure that I was going to be able to kill her. Which would have been really fancy, but she just sort of, I guess, did the smart thing and just like held on to her E the whole time. She didn't care about the damage. She just wanted to slow me for as long as possible, because that was, you know, what was going to save her there if she knew that I could just cleanse the slow. Thankfully, we were able to get onto her anyway. And yeah, we are running cleanse in this matchup. I didn't talk about that yet, but I just saw that they have 3 roots on the bot lane. Figured we might get a lot of use out of cleanse, especially because generally most bot lanes should be running exhaust into Lucian because he's so bursty. But they didn't do that, so it's not as efficient as it could have been. Actually, what am I gonna build here? I could do... Okay. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I think this is pretty good on Lucian. I've done it before. Feels like... It may feel like a bit of a waste to not do... Or, sorry, to do Navori when you don't yet have 60% crit chance, because it means that you don't get the cooldown reduction passive. But you do at least get the 8% increased damage, and this already gives 20 ability haste by itself, which is really good on Lucian. And he has very ability reliant. Oh. Okay, this should be an easy kill. There we go, no need to use ult. Even if it goes to Echo. Yeah, Lucian is very ability reliant, so having that 20 ability haste and that extra ability damage, it's already pretty good in itself. And what we can do from here is we can do double crit cloak, and that would be the quickest way to unlock the other Navori passive. But if you don't want to do that, I'll probably just show off what I would have done as a second item, which I guess for me would generally be Collector. This particular game though, I might just go Lord Dominic's, because they do have Xanti, and he might get big, but I mean, at the moment they don't really have too much armor besides on the Xanti, so I may just go Collector still. Oh, just barely don't get him. Ow. Oh well, that sucks. But if I were doing something besides Navori on second item, that probably would have been Collector. It was pretty obvious that Lee would try and aim the Echo at me there. Just needed to hold my and just immediately use the momently used ult. This Luxie actually zones you for so long. Oh, I'm probably dead now. Yep, my bad. And so is Echo. Whoops. Man, these guys have been trying to kill Xanti for ages. There we go. Actually, I just realized we don't even need to do Berserkers on Lucian. Generally, people tend to go Boots of Lucidity. I may just do that as well here, even though that means selling the dagger. Yeah, let's do it. And we'll grab this Crit Cloak. Not quite gonna give us the Navori passive yet, sadly. But there's not much else to build here. Actually, I don't suppose I could do... Yeah, no, can't do double longsword, which might be better. So we'll just stick with the Crit Cloak. Hopefully Echo should be handing over this red buff to me. Looks like he is. Perfect. God, that's a lot of damage. Lucian does love Gale Force for that particular reason. Also, one upside of going Crit Cloak here is that even though it doesn't give us the other Navori passive yet, at the very least what it does do... Oh, we just barely didn't get that because I got distracted. Oh well. Yeah, I'm just focused on this fight. That's an easy kill on Lee Sin. Can we also get Senna here? Look at that damage. There we go. Just flashing there to make sure that I don't get hit by the Luxie. And I can just immediately flash onto her, make sure we get onto her, and are just able to take her down before she can escape. Okay, that's actually going to be the surrender. Wow. So I was actually considering doing Collector here instead of Lord Dominic, so it could actually do Cyrilda's Grudge 4th item. The slow on that is insane when you have Navori, because the Navori just makes your ultimate do such insane damage, which just increases the value of your ultimate applying a slow, so nobody can actually escape your ultimate. Makes it so you can do some super ridiculous, just like one-shot ult combos. It's pretty insane. It's not too popular at the moment though. I think a lot of people still do Lord Dominic's, even if they're doing Navori, which is fine. At least it's going to give you more DPS. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Later, gamers.